Yeah. I know. I said I'd try not to be so long in between. But you gotta remember, back in school, I was a kid who never got his homework done because something else always caught my eye that I wanted to do. Well, I don't know, but spring here just kind of seems to have this habit of like one day it's winter and the next day it's spring. It's time to get the garden tilled, get the potatoes planted, get the onions planted. And what did I decide but, hey, I'll build a greenhouse while I'm at it. Also, in current news, we have adopted another dog. Her name is Mia, and she is a rescue from Romania. So that held me up a little bit. We had to drive almost to Helsinki to get Mia, and Mia is very shy, very scared of people, and it's taken her a little while to settle in. So we've been working with Mia quite a bit. And in the category of sometimes the universe just aligns, we decided on Sunday that we would go to Tampere on Tuesday. Well, when I got up Tuesday morning, much to my surprise, when checking the email, I realized that Ashley had subscribed to our channel. Ashley is in Tampere. And she said, if you're ever in Tampere, stop by and see us. So guess what? We made arrangements and we met Ashley with her dog and Sophie with us and went to the dog park for a visit. And I have to say, it was enjoyable. Thank you, Ashley, for meeting us and for joining the channel. Ashley, like us, was born in the U.S., but in her early teen years, came to Finland to live for 3 years and go to an international school in Tampere. And after a while decided to come back to Finland. Well, I can't blame her for that. I like it here, and I'd never been here before. So that's the up-to-the-date news. Now, I thought this time I would go into education a little bit. I said before I was reluctant because I'll end up railing against the American education system. But I think what I'll do is just try to point out what I know, which shouldn't take but a minute or two. But then I'll talk about what I think. The American education system, to me, seems to be set up for the sole purpose that every child who enters the education system is going to go to college. Well, sure, why not? If every child goes to college, then every child will grow up to be an adult and work into the latter of their years paying off their student loans. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. There's very little in the way of opportunity there, I think, for children that don't want to go to college. Not all of us were cut out for higher education. Some of us are happier working with our hands. So in Finland, it seems, in the first place, the children start school a year later than they do in the U.S. In the United States, the children start school in the first grade and they're there from 8:30 in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon. Every day for the next 12 years. In Finland, it would seem the younger children go to school sometimes later in the day. They only stay 3 or 4 hours a day. Well, this makes sense. Younger children don't have the attention span. Also, something that really impressed me, I found out when Belinda's granddaughter started first grade. In the first grade, at 7 years old, the children start to learn a second language, English. Now, in the United States, as far as I know, the only languages that are offered are French and Spanish, and they don't usually start until maybe the 9th grade, and then the requirement is maybe 1 year of a foreign language. Not long ago, we were fortunate enough to be invited to meet a group of children from the Kokomaki school. These children were, I guess, 13, 14 years old. And almost every one of them was already trilingual. They spoke Finnish, they spoke English, and they spoke Swedish. Now, I don't know. I have my problems with the American education system, but not with the American teachers. My mother was a teacher, and I have the ultimate respect because they have, in America, one of the hardest and lowest paying jobs there probably is for doing one of the most important tasks, taking care of our children. The Finnish education system, to me, seems if you are academically inclined, you have the grades, then you can go to university, and university will be paid for. If you so choose not to, you can then go to SET-EDU, I guess the trade school system. Here you can learn any number of trades. And this makes sense to me. Why set up a system with the primary goal being that every child in it should go to college? Why not set up a system where every child in it can aspire to be what they want to do, whether it be go to college or whether it be become a truck driver, electrician, painter, carpenter. And that's probably why, as tiny a bit as I know about the Finnish education system, I am so impressed with it. It's not a matter of teaching every child to the test so that they can then enter a college, get a degree, and hope they can find a job in that field. It seems to be more of a system designed to help every child who enters that system become a productive and contented citizen. If the Americans want to call this socialism, then maybe they should start practicing, because it seems the way to go. Okay, I will try not to be 2 or 3 weeks getting on again. I even had a comment from someone last night who said they'd like to see me every week. That's a surprise. I will try to be better about it. But if you look right over my shoulder there, you'll see the first wall of the greenhouse. So I'll do my best.